Guys, welcome to Mr. Purple Tech. Guys, today we're going to talk about the Kindle e-ink device. I like this device so much. I'm going to tell you so much about it. It's my first review, so take your time. Don't crush me in the comments. That's not good, guys. Hit the notification bell. Give me a subscribe. Tell me in the comments what I do good, what I do bad, so that I can improve myself. And I'll see you right now. Boom! Alright guys, if you use an Amazon Kindle, you probably use the one that has a glass screen that looks like our general tablets. But Amazon released their first Kindle in 2007, and believe it or not, it sold within 5 hours. They were sold out within 5 hours, and it took them months to get stock back and to start shipping again. So it's not a device that you don't know about. It's just a device that has lost the stage nowadays because of more important tablets. But in 2021, Amazon is still releasing this Kindle device, and I think it's in the bloodline of the company. So let me just unbox it, right? Alright guys, so here I am. I got you the latest Kindle. It's well, e-ink, you know, nothing much to say. Kindle shows a prologue. It's just a nice stuff to read a book. I'm not going to spend a lot of time just looking at it. Yeah, simple, very beautiful. I'm going to just unbox it. Yeah, it's definitely not an Apple device. Sounds like you have to take it from this side. Just going to pull it hard. It's very hard to pull. And out. So yeah, it just pulls out like that. Pulls out of it. I'll just close this one. Put it right back in. Just like that. Put it back. And then the Kindle comes like this. Woo! And what is here? Just micro USB cable. Yeah, they still make those. And yeah, that's it. Simple, very economical. I'm gonna get this out of the way. Just like that. So the device, how's the device? It's nicely wrapped in plastic. So we get that whole, ooh. And what have we got here? Oh, it's e-ink, so that's what you get at the beginning. I guess it's impressed. I'm gonna just power it on. The power button is down here. So let's do that. The ink device, power it on for the first time. What do we get? And it's booting. We get the beautiful Kindle story from Amazon. So the device is just coming on. And that's it. English United States. Is it touch? Yeah, it's touch. Get started. Preparing your device. High contrast touch display. Read without green. Weeks of battery life. Hold thousands of books. It takes quite a while, huh? I think 2 minutes. Let me talk about the design. It's very plasticky, very smooth. Yeah, it's not about build quality, right? It's something that should be able to fall. And, well, you shouldn't have any problem with it because it's pure plastic. And from here, I gotta connect to Wi-Fi. I'm gonna do just that. So that's it. My Kindle is set up. It's connecting to Amazon. It comes with 51% battery life. Wi-Fi, Amazon password. Okay, how am I going to type that? I have no idea what's there. So yeah, I can say very well that this device is not really premium. I'm used to a better touch quality. I'm used to typing things very fast. So yeah, not really my cup of tea. But I guess it's not really supposed to be a tablet. You're not supposed to interact with it much. So it's going to ask you to, well, join Kindle Unlimited. Start your free trial. Yeah, let's start. Let's try it. Kindle Unlimited. Navigating your Kindle. So it's a kind of an Android experience. Yeah, updating your home experiences may take a few seconds. Well, that's it. Can I say it feels like paper? I don't know. At the touch, it does not necessarily feel like paper. At view, maybe, because it's not glossy and there's not so much brightness coming in. I have to now check. I will get you. Okay, I think I just want to increase the brightness to the maximum. So this is the brightness. Let's see. Okay, maybe I like it a little brightened. Yes. So yeah, those are the books I'm currently reading. Don't pick on me. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see how good it is. What do you get downloading? It's downloading it. That's it, guys. Yeah, Goodreads is integrated. I think it's a nice device for reading. So e-ink, it's a company that produces the screen of this device. What's an e-ink screen? An e-ink screen is... Okay, I know you guys are going to say that. I always tell you so many technical things, but indulge me. An e-ink device is a device that uses the technology that you see in your calculator, the technology that you see on display screens in a bus. It uses magnetics to push different colors of ink, plus, minus. You know, when you send plus signal, the black ink will go up. When you send negative signal, the white will come down, that kind of thing. More in the pictures that are showing. So that's it. It's very simple. The advantage of it is that it doesn't consume anything. So let me tell you about the design of this device. All right, my Kindle is set up. As you could see, it connects to Wi-Fi, and then you're able to log into your Amazon account. Then you do a normal swipe to unlock. This is the ad version, subsidized version. So by default, you have some ad that appears on it. Anytime it's locked, this is my lock screen. Every time I lock it, a different ad appears. It's not really intrusive. It's not really a big deal. I don't know if I'd rather put my own picture there, but for now, that's what I get. There is a single button at the back of the device or under the device, and there's a single port for charging. Micro USB as usual. This device is not water resistant. Obviously, it costs about 50 bucks. It's not really that expensive. It's very plasticky. It's the most plasticky you can have this. There's backlit or backlight, which is nice because the first one didn't have a backlight. It actually had a small LED light that you pull onto it, just like the way our games used to be, Game Brick, if you remember those ones. It's small enough to fit in my jeans pocket. If I should push it down, it just slides right in. It's cheap enough that if I drop it, my heart doesn't fall within my stomach. It's great. It's simple. It's just what you want as a book, right? If you have a normal book, if you splash water onto it, it's going to be spoiled. Same thing here. If you have the Kindle e-ink, splash water in it, it's going to break. Very simple design, very plasticky design, small enough to be held with one hand, small enough to enter your pocket, light enough for you to read when you are on bed, and you will not have any fatigue. That's what I have to say for the design. Alright, so I spoke about connectivity, right? Let's go deeper into that. Basically, the e-ink doesn't have a speaker, so if you want to open an audiobook because it supports Audible, you need to have a headphone, and it pairs so nicely with the Wyze headphone. The plastic is just almost the same as the Wyze headphone, and you can see it on the screen how they just look black and black together. It's a nice pair. Alright, Bluetooth connectivity for your headphones, Wi-Fi to download your books because you need to get them from the WhisperSync network, which is a cellular network. It usually only works in the US, but else you get it from your Kindle Cloud library. Just head out to Kindle, download a book or buy a book. There are some free books you can get, and you can start reading. What other connectivity? I wish there was cellular connectivity, but I don't know how it will affect the battery. We'll talk about the battery shortly. Yeah, that's it for the Kindle e-ink. Oh yeah, before I forget, there's no jackpot. Apple, sorry, stop that thing. Nobody's putting jackpots anywhere anymore. Everybody wants us to connect to Bluetooth. Alright, so let me tell you about the software on the Kindle. What experience should you expect? When you are reading, it's a little slow. Whenever you click something, it takes a while, or you tap something, it takes a while. So it's not that snappy. You don't have that smartphone feel. It's normal because the processor is low. The transition that you get when you're in a book is also not that great. You don't get that feeling of sliding a book. I'm coming from an Apple background, so excuse me. Then you can just press. When you press, the next page comes. The device is not big enough for you to have that nice big page. You'd have to really temper with the font size to get more to read in a page. Otherwise, you get so many locations and you have to be turning the page so many times. That aside, it's a great device to read. And let me tell you why it is, because it's essentially a single app. When you're reading on your phone, you'll be getting notifications. You will just be there and someone wrote to you or something funny just appeared, and by the time you realize you are 1 hour into Instagram or 30 minutes into Snapchat. But when you are here, you're not going to receive any notification. You have the Kindle app or the Audible app, and that's it. So you have that immersive experience of staying into one thing. If you have a target of reading, I don't know, I read 12 books a year. If you have that target and you want to do it on this device and you have that 30 minutes or that 1 hour that is scheduled for book reading, you are more likely to stick to it than when you are reading on your phone or on a normal tablet that's connected to the internet. When you are reading, you still have the option to highlight, but it's one color. You don't have the yellow and purple, etc., that you get with Kindle on other tablets. You still have dictionary. So you have Wikipedia and dictionary, but they depend on the internet. You do need to remember that you may have to connect your hotspot to enjoy that option. Yeah, so that's the software experience you have on the Kindle. Not that snappy. Oh yeah, and I have to tell you one thing. The home button, there's no button in the Surface. I had that thing when I was reading my first book. I was stuck in the book. I couldn't come back. I had to actually Google it, so it's good for you to know it. You have to press the top of the screen, and then automatically you will be able to get the home button. That's all you have to do on the Kindle. So when you're in the book, that's it. It's a completely immersive experience. The only thing that I like, which other vendors or other software producers or machine producers, I don't know, device producers don't give us, is the clock. I want to see the clock every time so that I will know when I can pull out of their service. But usually they don't want to show you the clock. They give you a full immersive experience and you are stuck in it. You have to check the time another way. So here you can still have the clock, and as you are reading, if you have a meeting to catch, you can still catch that meeting. And yeah, what I was saying, you just press the top right here, and then you get the menu. Then you can press it up and go home or quit the book you are reading. That's the only way. There's no home button on the screen, or there's no home button on the device. That's it for the software. Single app, Kindle, Audible. That's it. Nothing else. You cannot install a game. There's nothing on the Kindle. Alright, let's talk about the battery. Well, the battery is very good so far. Amazon advertised 7 to 8 days. I just got it, powered it on. That's what you're supposed to do. When you power it on, put it in charge right away. Anytime you buy a new device, that's what you're supposed to do. Power it on, put it in charge, let it charge completely before you start using it. You need to resist the urge to use your device the first time. The residual charge that's on it, you need to resist the urge of consuming that residual charge if you want the best lifespan for your battery. So quickly power it on, put it on charge, and let it get to 100%. I did that, and then I started reading. My objective was to read a book in a week, just so that I would have really tested the device. So I started reading, and I would read, put it down, read, put it down. 3 days later, I was at 76%. 1 week later, in total, I was at 16%. And then 2 days after that, I was at 4%, which I had to charge. So basically, I got 7 days. Not bad for something you use solely for reading. You would know that when you are on a trip, it's never going to die in the airplane. It's never going to die in the airport. And it's micro USB. You would always get something to give it a boost. The device doesn't really have some kind of power saving mode. I was expecting when I got to maybe 5% where it would maybe deactivate the light and stuff like that. It didn't really do that. All it does is that when you press the power button, it gives you the ad, but when you press it again, it actually says waking up. where it kind of like bring all the services up for you to be able to enjoy it. It's a great battery. You can really enjoy reading on this if you're a reading type, and it can really help you meet your reading target. It synchronizes with Goodreads. So Goodreads is a social media that allows you to just do kind of what we do on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. We do that for book readers. When you are reading a book, you're able to choose, hey, this is my library, these are the books I'm reading, these are the ones I want to read, and these are the ones I've read in the past. You're able to have friends suggest books to you, see the best books, and get books suggested to you also based on what you read. So Amazon synchronizes with Goodreads directly, so you don't have to manually go to Goodreads to go and update where you've reached in the book. At the end, when you finish reading a book, you get your 5-star menu, and then you can quickly leave what you thought about the book. You get 5-star, 5-star, 3 times, depending on the various things that Amazon wants to record from your experience. Final thoughts. I have mixed feelings. The Kindle device, it's nice for reading, but I wonder if in 2021 it's really a thing to have this mini tablet and be reading from it. I use Audible more than I use Kindle or Kindle Unlimited, which is the service that allows you to keep renting books and then just pay a monthly subscription fee. Once in a while there's a book that would come and then there's no Audible version just yet, and it's so important, it's a bestseller, it's making a lot of noise, a lot of buzz, and you'd like to read it. That notwithstanding, I'd rather just listen to my book. Is it really worth it? That's the question you have to ask me. And I would say yes, if you are really someone who read books, because it costs $39.99 for the subsidized version with ads, or $50 if you want to buy the full version. In general, Amazon is going to give you Kindle books $5-10 lower than the paperback version of the books. So by the time you got 6-12 books, you really paid off the device. If you're concerned about privacy, there's a way to actually lock it, so if it gets lost, nobody will get access to your Amazon account. But as I said, the device is just a single app, the Kindle app, and technically the embedded Audible app and Kindle Unlimited app. So if someone were to get access to it, they may not be able to really do anything. Maybe purchase books. You may have to just change your password and remove the device, deregister the device from your Amazon account. Alright, so it's a smart book, it's a smart library. Let me know in the comments if you like it. Oh yeah, just before we go, did you know there was a phone actually that tried the concept of e-ink, putting e-ink at the back and putting a normal screen at the front, so that when there's battery is low, you can switch the e-ink screen. The phone was called YotaPhone, and then the company went bankrupt in 2019. Since then, other companies have tried, but I think it's a concept that really didn't pick up. That's all I have to tell you today. My name is Igor. This is Mr. Purple Tech. Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. Tell us in the comments what you like and what you didn't like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.